In what way is horror the genre of hope?
Well, that's a really good question. And it's great because it surprises so many people when I say that, especially because like I'm a church going person. And so I'll be up literally like I'll teach Sunday school and someone will say, what does he do for a living in normal life? And they're like, oh, he writes scary books, and it freaks people out. And then I explain that there's not really the perceived dichotomy is just that it's a perceived one. They really fit really well together because the main focus of horror is you're trying to scare people. You're trying to get out there and raise their blood pressure and freak them out some way or another. And the way that we do that is we posit a universe where everything has gone wrong for the main characters, and then by extension for the reader or the watcher or the listener. And the underpinning of that, then the implicit agreement we have is that there's a right way to do things. And so from its very start, horror to work has to exist in a universe where there's a right way, there's a wrong way, there's a good and there's a bad. And so when you allow for that kind of a situation, then you allow for what horror does best, which is talking about stories where if you make the right decision, you can get through it. If you are not the idiot who runs into the basement when the axe murderer is following you, you might be able to survive. Or the kind of 1980s aesthetic of if you don't sleep with someone in the woods and smoke the pot, you might make it out all right because you're making moral choices. And as much as we joke about that, it really is kind of a fundamental underpinning of horror is that there is a right way to do things, and doing it right increases your chance of getting through it all. And so vicariously we take that into ourselves, and it's a nice thing because in a world where so much is outside of our control and so much goes wrong every day, it's a comforting feeling, it's a hopeful feeling to look at a story and say, isn't that nice that it's not just outside actions all hit me like a mountain. It's that I have a modicum of control about my fate, where if I make good decisions and push towards this right universe, whatever that is for you, I can get closer.